Hello and welcome to Dr. Fitness USA, the show. Exercise is medicine, strength training is stronger medicine. With your host Batista Gramode and myself, Stephen Hersey, aka Dr. Fitness USA.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Dr. Fitness USA, the show. I am Batista, your host, and I'm here with Stephen Hersey, who is also known as Dr. Fitness USA, my co-host. And today we have an amazing guest for you. Her name is Kelly Bagla, and she's also known as the Queen of Business Law. She has helped entrepreneurs and businesses with business formation and asset protection for over 20 years. She is a #1 best-selling author. She has received several awards, too many to name. And you're going to say, what does law have to do with Dr. Fitness USA, the show? Well, guess what? She's also a professional bodybuilder. Yes, she won her pro-IFBB card in 2010 in the Miss Southern California contest. We are so excited to have you on our show today, Kelly. Welcome.
Thank you so very much, Batista, and wonderful to be with you, Dr. Fitness. And it's a pleasure to actually have a conversation with you, and especially something that's really near and dear to my heart, which is fitness.
All right. So let me ask you a question. What came first? Fitness, bodybuilding, or law?
I have to say, I was 5 years old when I wanted to become a lawyer. I know you're probably thinking, how do you even know what law is at 5? I had no idea. So my passion, absolutely, and my first love is law. It's practicing law. And my husband thinks that he's my first love, which he is, but I have to say, it has to be law. And then I have always been attracted to just the world of fitness itself. So from the very early age of 16, 17 years old, I started going to the gym, and I have been training ever since I was 16 years old. And I know I've been practicing for 20 years, and I know I don't look that old, but it's literally more than half of my life that I've been working out.
So, when people think of fitness, there's so many modalities of fitness. A lot of times people want to do yoga, they want to do Pilates, but here at Dr. Fitness USA, we light up when somebody says they actually have a mindset to go to a gym. So how did your mind veer towards a gym where actually people actually lift weights?
I have to say, I'm the baby of 7. Yes, we are 7 siblings altogether. And my brother, who is about 3 years older than me, and he had started going to the gym and working out with his friends. And I saw the transformation, and I was just sort of, and I got a little taste of it too, just working out with weights when I was in high school. Because we had taken the class, they were trying to, took us through the weight training and what have you. And so I really sort of felt more of a pull, Stephen, more of a pull towards working out at the gym in particular. Over the years, I've gotten my other certifications, and remember way back then, Doc, when we used to have aerobics. Nobody talks about aerobics anymore, right? And so I thought, this is fantastic. I'm going to go out and get my certification as an aerobics instructor. So I have never, ever in my life let anything hold me back. If I am pulled towards something, my heart follows. And so watching my brother training, and I thought, this is fantastic. It's a great place that you can just go and focus. And back then, Stephen, I didn't know what Pilates was. Even to this day, I have never, ever done yoga. I know it's shocking, especially since my people invented it. but no, I've never done yoga. So I'm very structured in my life. I know what works and I know what doesn't work. And one thing that has absolutely worked in my life is the fitness aspect of it. And my fitness is, I'm very, very traditional. I love the whole working out at the gym. I love free weights. I'm not much of a machine workout, but the whole purpose is as you're growing and as you are learning how to use these different equipments and different weights and what they can do for you, it's amazing, all of these new exercises and new fads that are coming out now. But I always stick to traditional, and that's why I've always sort of gone to a gym.
That's fantastic. It raises a question because, you know, a lot of women are very kind of shy or intimidated, I would say, by joining that environment. And back then, for you, you mentioned it, aerobic was the big thing. So you probably were outnumbered by men in the gym. How did you feel about that? How did you overcome that?
So, but Batista, I think everything that I've done, and especially the profession that I went into, law, which is corporate law, I'm a business formation and asset protection lawyer. At the time, there was only 3% of minorities that were in corporate law. I picked business because my dad was an entrepreneur. He had migrated from India to England. And at the time, the Industrial Revolution was going on. And so he got a job in a factory on the ground floor. And before you know it, he worked his way up and he ended up owning the factory itself. So watching my dad accomplish that massive task and really what he could do as a business owner, I was just in love with that whole concept of how you can become independent, how you help others, you actually put food on the table for other families, and everyone loved him because he was one of them. And so I decided to go into corporate law at that time, regardless of whether there were females or you know, a male-dominated world. And in fact, corporate law is still male-dominated in a lot of ways. And I have just seen myself as a professional. I don't look at myself as a female. I don't look at myself as a minority. I look at myself as a professional, as an attorney that can stand shoulder to shoulder with any other attorney that's out there. And so when I decided to start using the gym, absolutely, it was male dominated. It was very rare that you would see a female in there. But again, because of my upbringing and because of the way I think and I see things, I would just make my own way in the gym. I would ask if they were done on a machine. I would ask if they were done with certain equipment. I would just go in there because I was there for me. So it's the mindset, right? It's the mindset, and it's not about who's looking at you. What are you wearing? You know, are you doing it correctly? Are you doing it wrong? What are you? Those are the things that you should be concerned about. How do I train? Who do I get advice from? Not every trainer is made equally, I can guarantee you that. But it was my mindset from very early on.
That's a beautiful question. And now, of course, there's many women, especially the young generation, all the girls are in the gym. So it's not that much like that anymore. But people of our generation, many of them are still stuck in the aerobic trend and have not caught on yet. So it's very inspiring to hear your conversation. Stephen, you have a question?
Okay, so we'll go a step further. In the business world right now, there's a lot of what we call seminars, or a lot of hype. So we know that when we go to the gym, we're in a healthy environment. However, I'd have to say 70% of the women, or even men, I'm too busy, I have to take care of my children, and no matter how you talk to them, it goes in one ear and out the other. So somebody walks in your office, or you're meeting them, because of your life experience, you know how to meet them on their level, so to speak, as you being the professional, of course. But you can obviously see that most of the people are kind of like out to lunch. They're unhealthy. They don't exercise. So the question I'm asking is, how do you place your mind to deal with them?
Stephen, you are 100% correct. I just got back from London. We were in London on a business trip, and pretty much everyone in England, in London, are fit. it's very rare that you might see an overweight person. Overweight meaning 2, 3, 4, 500 pounds. Okay. And it was very rare to see that. And I actually took my office with me to London. Some of my office staff had never ever been, and they were shocked to the core as well to see that everybody walked, everybody looked fit. There wasn't anyone that was overweight. And when we got back to the States, that was the first thing we saw was overweight Americans. America it's an incredible country. As a foreigner, I'm literally living my American dream. I was born and raised in England. I came out to America for further education. I've always been in California, and I absolutely fell in love with this country. Why? Because it's literally the land of opportunities, and it still is today. It still is. You just have to look for those opportunities. They are all around you. And so when somebody comes to me and says, Kelly, I want to start a business, my very first question to them is, what's the big goal here? Why do you want to start a business? Do you want to provide for your family? Are you sick and tired of getting laid off? Do you have some savings that you think you've got a following where you can sell a product or service? Do you have the next latest and greatest idea? Why do you want to start a business? So they'll tell me a little bit about that. And then I talk to them about, if you're going to start a business, are you going to leave a legacy behind? What does that legacy look like? Oh, I'd love to leave a legacy behind. Oh, I'd love to do this and I'd love to do that. Okay, next question is, are you physically able to leave a legacy behind? Well, what do you mean by that? If your body does not cooperate with you, if your body hurts when you wake up in the morning, if you have no energy after the first hour that you're up, if you are dragging, if you are depressed, if you look at life and say, what am I doing here? Those are massive red flags for you to take a step back and say, physically, what is going on with me? It's not just the physical aspect of you from the outside that people can see. It's the internals. What is going on with you? Because without a healthy lifestyle, I'm not telling people to go compete. That should be their goal. Absolutely, if you want to, 100%, I endorse it because it's the best time ever. But at least do something in your life where you're able to go the distance, right? Go live longer, live a healthier life. When people say, Stephen, that when I retire, I'm going to travel. Well, are you going to be able to travel? Can you sit in planes that are, 12 hours long? When you get to your destination, can you walk around for a full day exploring? When you're in pain and you're holding on to excessive weight and your diet is absolutely atrocious, no, you're not going to enjoy your vacations. You're not going to enjoy having the life that you want to live because you're going to be on medication. These are the two options for anyone that's listening to the show, anyone that's breathing, literally. Your two options are, one, you look after your health right now. Start off with getting a physical checkup. Start off with finding a nutritionist. Start off with actually reaching out to you and saying, both of you two look incredibly fantastic. And how do I look like that when I'm your age? What do I need to do? So you go to the professionals. I'm a huge proponent in that. Use professionals in everything that you can do. I can certainly do taxes, but am I going to do taxes? Absolutely not. I stay in my lane. I do law, and I do law incredibly well. Some CPAs might form a business for their clients, but they're doing their clients a huge disservice because they're not attorneys and they can't really advise which direction to take the business in. Same thing in fitness. Now, at these box gyms, right, 24-hour fitness, that's been around forever. I'm actually a member of one because it's close by and it's got the equipment that I enjoy. But the trainers there, you really have to do your homework. You can't just go to any fitness club and pick the first trainer that you see. One, you have to look at the way they look physically. Do you want to look like them? Do they look like they know what they're doing? How long have they been training? Have they just passed a certification and now they're going to tell you to do squats, right, when you're 83 years old? It's all of these questions that would come up, but the two...
Dr. Fitness USA's vision is to create a stronger, healthier society of people enjoying vibrant health, unshakable self-confidence, and a sculpted body they'll fall in love with. Our custom-tailored formulas act as the GPS to your ultimate transformation so you can reach your destination faster and safer without injury. The Feminine Body Design program teaches a woman the art of strength training from a female perspective and helps her achieve the feminine physique she always dreamed of having. The Body Design Formula program teaches men to achieve a sculpted, manly physique without injuries. Seniors can tap into the fountain of youth, get a new lease on life, rebuild their strength, and eliminate aches and pains. Those with injuries learn to rehabilitate them, recover mobility, and relieve back, neck, shoulder, and knee pain.
Now, with working with Steven, just in, 4 workouts, I think, so far, if that, I have no pain in my knees like I used to.
Suddenly a quietness in the mind, clarity.
I mean, I don't have back pain anymore. It's amazing. It's just really amazing.
I'm Bernie Dorman. I'm founder and chairman of CEO Space International, and I so endorse Dr. Fitness for leaders to have better lives. He does the inside and the outside to make sure you're the best leader you can ever be. And yesterday was already too late to say yes.
If your mind can conceive it and your heart can believe it, then Dr. Fitness USA can help you achieve it.
But the two options literally for anyone is start today, like right now, right? If you're listening to this podcast, start right after you finish listening to it. But you want to listen to the podcast first. And make those choices now, because that's what's gonna help you go the distance. That's what's gonna help you get up early, deal with maybe international clients, go to meetings, and then have enough time for whatever you want to do. If you have family, if you have a spouse, you can be ready for the spouse when they come home from work and you're not too tired. If you've got kids, you can do activities with the kids as well. The body, what you see, this is supposed to go the distance, and the way people abuse it, it's literally sickening to see this, because it's not as if they can go to the store and buy a new body. They can't do that. They have to work with what they have. And so choices are: change your lifestyle today, or prepare yourself for paying millions and millions in medical fees and medical bills, because you're going to be on medicine until you drop dead before you're 60 years old. That's really the reality here in America.
Ooh, wow.
By the way, I've never had an opinion in my life, right?
We didn't even have said it better. That was fantastic. So let's backtrack a little bit. Let's talk about what compelled you to go into competition.
Yes. So I've always had, obviously, a very competitive side to me, and anything that I do, I want to do it to the best of my ability. I don't want to do something mediocre. There's no fun in that. If I'm going to do something, I want to do it to the best, and I want to be the best at it as well. And I've taken that approach in anything that I've done in my life. So I've always loved working out. I love the way it makes me feel. I love the endorphins that kick in, and taking it to the next level. As I've gone through, I've worked out in many gyms. I've worked out with some trainers. I've seen photos of some competitors, female competitors, and I absolutely love the way they look. That's hard work. That's dedication. Don't you want to work with someone that puts in the hard work and is dedicated to what they do? That's what makes me stand out from all the other thousands of attorneys that are in California itself. So when you step on that stage knowing that, yeah, I've got this, I'm going to win this, you literally, that's the attitude you have, that's the confidence that oozes off, because judges, they look at all of this, how you present yourself, how you're dressed, how your physique looks, whether you can hold yourself up, whether you can walk in heels. So it was absolutely amazing. I loved my time there. I tried to remember every aspect of it, but it goes by very, very quickly. It really did change my life, especially the diet part of it too, because I've never, in our family, we've never been large. We've never been really big eaters, but it was amazing how now, and for 13 years, I still eat like this. Every 3 hours, I eat food. Chicken and rice, fish and rice, oatmeal, egg whites. I still eat like this. And people still say to me, wow, you look great. Because when I walk into a room, you can tell. You can tell I work out. It's not that I go around telling people, you can physically tell. And people are attracted to that energy. They're attracted to the confidence that you bring. And so without physically being able to look after your body and take it to the next level and challenge your body so it becomes stronger, and you can build up your immune system as well, especially with all of these diseases that are out there now. I don't understand why everybody's not out there training and doing something physical for their bodies.
Do you find that the brain muscle connection adds in, so it helps you in your daily life, and then when complication situations where you have to solve problems, it helps you to go deeper into your mindset for a solution?
It's pretty amazing how the brain takes over, especially when you're in pain and you're at the gym. The brain takes over. The brain, if you listen to it, if you have a weak brain to begin with, it's going to tell you to stop. Ow, this hurts. Ow, don't do that. I don't want to feel like this, right? If you have a strong brain, a strong mindset, even though your body is physically saying, I'm tired, your brain's going to say to you, you haven't done your 3 sets. You haven't done, give us this last set. Give us, 10 reps, 10 great reps, right? So that's the difference, even of the cognitive thinking, is having a strong brain that is going to override any physical pain that you might be feeling, or if your body wants to quit, the mind takes over. And if it's strong, it's going to say, no, you're not going to quit. You are going to get through this. Same thing when I'm working with my clients, and we have to come up with a very creative but legal solution. And my mind takes over. It's like, okay, what's the big picture? What do we have to kill? What do we need to do to get this done? It truly is it goes hand in hand. It's a full package, right? Working out and living your best life. You cannot live your best life if you don't work out. When I say work out, I'm talking in general terms. Do something physical for yourself. Anyone that is famous, anyone that is known worldwide, they all have a routine. Each and every one of them has a routine. They wake up early. They'll do some sort of exercise for their body. They'll do some meditation, and then they get into the day's work. And that's exactly what I do too. My husband and I, we wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning time, and we're usually at the gym by 4:30, 5 o'clock. And then he goes to work from there, and I have my dogs with me. I'm a huge dog lover. I've got 2 pit bulls and a Rhodesian Ridgeback. She's a mix. And so I take them with me to the gym, but they stay in the car. After the gym, I take them to the park. So we do running around with the dogs. And then once they're exercised, bring them home. I get ready for the day, and then I'm in the office by 6:37. And I'm ready to help my clients on the East Coast. I'm ready to help my clients, my international clients. And I would not be able to physically do all of this work if I wasn't in good physical condition. And working out really sets your mind. You're in a positive mindset from the moment that you wake up, from the moment that you step into your office, because you've done the hard work, right? You physically looked after yourself, you've exercised yourself, you're eating right. And I can go the distance, and I can do that with any of my clients as well. So it's huge, Stephen. It's absolutely huge. Working out, gaining confidence, crushing it at whatever you do, having that mindset, it's all a package.
That is so true. And actually, you answered all the questions that I was going to ask. In one breath, there was less competing or working hard influence your life as a lawyer, and that whole thing. How do you find the time to work out? And so you had basically answered it all. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your books? I think you have 5 books, you said?
I do. Yes. Thank you so much, Batista, for asking about that. Yes. So my main goal, my entire goal is to make sure that whatever I can do to support entrepreneurs, I'm going to do that. My entire law firm supports entrepreneurs. Why? Because America was founded upon the backs of entrepreneurs, of small businesses. That's what makes America so great. Anyone can start a business. Anyone can create nothing. They can create something out of nothing, right? Nothing. What's consulting? People will pay for consulting. What is that? It's not a physical product. And so anyone that is interested in starting a business, absolutely 100% doable. There are reasons why you want to start a business, is to make more money. Who doesn't love more money? I'm a capitalist. I love money, right? That's what goes hand in hand with being a lawyer. but knowing that entrepreneurs are really the cornerstone of this country, we help entrepreneurs start businesses. Everything that I have done, I've written 5 books, as you said. The first one was called Go Legal Yourself. The second one is called Go Own Yourself. So Go Legal Yourself basically says, well, what are the 4 phases of a business? Just as we have phases in our life, we're born, we grow up, we live life, and then we pass on. Same thing for your business as well. It has the startup phase, it's got the growth phase, it's got the established phase, and then eventually it's got the exit phase as well. So I wrote the book about what these 4 phases consist of, and this is what your business is going to go through. And at the same time, I'm thinking, okay, I'm telling them about business and what they need to do. So now I need to provide them with the forms and the contracts. And so I started golegalyourself.com. That's an online business where we literally sell a business in a box. So if you want to start your business, it's like a $5,000 package. And it comes with everything, the business formation, the contracts you're going to need, the client contracts, the website terms and conditions, everything. So again, some people say to me, well, aren't you competing? Isn't your law firm competing with your online business? There's enough work to go around for everyone. Sometimes law firms are not for everyone, especially the young entrepreneurs nowadays, right? So our firm, our clients range from 19 to 92 years old. So depending on their needs, especially the younger ones, they'd rather say, just give me all the documents and I'll take care of this. Fantastic. There you go. This is golegalyourself.com. It's for you. If you literally want hand holding, you want an attorney on your side, you want to be able to talk to someone immediately, then the law firm is right for you. And then so that I wrote books about supporting entrepreneurs. And then I also wrote a book. It's called Legal Pearls. That was my latest one. Legal Pearls. And basically that is it literally is described as a Bible for your bedside table. If you want to look at trademarking, you just flip to that chapter and you can read about trademarking. If you want to know, is an LLC right for you? Is a corporation right for you? You flip to that chapter. So it's very short chapters, but it covers all of the topics that a business owner would want to know. And again, everything that I've done is to support entrepreneurs, because I am one. I'm 4 times over. I have my law firm, Bagla Law Firm, which I absolutely love practicing law. I have golegalyourself.com, an online company that supports entrepreneurs. I also have a coaching company that we opened earlier this year. It's called Pitbulls and Pearls. And because you have to bring the inner pitbull out sometimes, it's the strength, right? It's the confidence that you need to actually be successful in business, coupled with pearls. Pearls they're classy, right? They finesse, they know how to carry themselves, so to speak. So with this coaching company, we teach them business growth and also personal growth as well. And again, to support entrepreneurs. So needless to say, I am absolutely loving life. I am living it to the best of my ability. And to tell you the truth, this comes full circle. I could not do any of this stuff if I didn't work out.
Great. So you also have a podcast, I believe, right?
I do, yes, I do. The podcast is called Go Legal Yourself. It is in 26 countries. And in fact, I would love, love, love for both of you to be my guest on the show. Exactly. And I can't wait for that because, again, you know, fitness is really near and dear to my heart. And it's a huge aspect of everyone's life. And I don't know why it's not being pushed harder, especially in high school, especially when you're 18, 17, 18 years old. The fitness aspect of it and the nutritional aspect of it, it just boggles my mind why this is not being taught in school. Eating habits of Americans is just atrocious, absolutely atrocious. And the more you're educated as a young kid, the better for you. So you can make those choices when you do become an adult. You know, do you want to shovel fast food in your mouth, literally poison, or do you want to take 5 minutes out and make some quick chicken with some rice and literally feel healthy? It's brain food. So yes, the show is in 26 countries.
And that if you had like 3 takeaways to leave our audience with.
Absolutely. First takeaway is to reach out to both of you. Dr. Fitness USA. That's the first takeaway. Reach out to professionals. You have been in the game for a very long time. You know exactly the changes that have happened. You know exactly what works. You know exactly what doesn't work. That's worth paying for right there. All of that knowledge is incredibly crucial. First takeaway is to contact you guys. Second takeaway is to actually implement some sort of training into your life. If you want to go the distance, you want to be around to see your kids get married, you want to be around to play with your grandkids, you want to be around to travel the world, incorporate fitness into your life, coupled with a nutritional plan, They both go hand in hand. And my third takeaway or my third sort of nugget here would be that if you want to live the best life that you have, that you can live, now is the time to do that. I don't care if you're 15. I don't care if you're 55. I don't care if you're 73. If you want to live the best life, that's the beauty about fitness. It's not age discriminatory. It's not gender discriminatory. It's not, every single type of person can do something for their health and can do something where they incorporate a fitness routine. So again, the 3 nuggets: fitness, fitness, and fitness. Incorporate into your life today.
Okay, your conversation was delivered with such certainty that Stephen Hersey, I don't know about Batista, but I can't wait to the gym. If I was thinking to take the day off, I'm going to cancel the rest of my work day and go to the gym and remember your voice because it was so enlightening and positive. And I'm going to tackle the weights with ferociousness.
I want to say I'm absolutely honored. I really am honored that I've inspired you. I know you're going to crush it at the gym. Don't take the day off. You know, you got the weekend. Take Sunday off though. And but yes, I think the best part of going to the gym is actually going with my husband. Batista, you might have done this at the gym multiple times, but it's so much fun when I can flirt with him from across the gym, right? and we motivate each other as well. But having a spouse, having a partner that actually thinks like you as far as fitness goes, that's a huge plus for anyone in any type of relationship. If you are interested in going to the gym and you want to be healthy and you want to eat right, find someone that does the same thing. Do not find someone that doesn't want to go to the gym, because now you're going to have issues with them because you're going to go to the gym, they're not going, now you're taking time away from them. All of that stuff, you don't want to go there. So live your best life. Start by contacting Dr. Fitness USA and get on some sort of training regimen and start your best life today. Thank you so much, both of you, for having me on the show.
It's been another amazing episode of Dr. Fitness USA, the show. Thank you so much, Kelly. And until next time, bye for now.